Yes, we are back. We are here. Commercial Claim Show. Let's give it to you again. We haven't done it in a while, but we got this here. I'm going to teach you about business growth and how to really organize your business the way it's supposed to be in 3, 2, 1. What's up, advocates, and welcome back to another episode of the Commercial Claim Show. We haven't done this one in a while, where I'm going to basically be here and I'm going to educate you about something to help you grow your business and become a better adjuster, a better advocate, a better contractor, a better whatever you need. We are going to be here to help you out. But before we do that, make sure that you follow us. Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube. Subscribe now, okay? Every week, there's something new. Even sometimes twice a week, we're going to give you more content so you can educate yourself and just level up your game. Also, make sure you go on the website, commercialclaimsadvocate.com. Commercialclaimsadvocate.com, you're going to have access to our courses. You're going to have access to consulting with me and our group course. You're going to have access to all of our meetups, okay? We have them all over the country. I want you guys to come out so that you can come out with other professionals in your industry, network with us, not just public adjusters, attorneys, and contractors alike. So again, you can level up your game. And not only is it just a networking event, we're going to make sure that we provide you with as much value as possible. Ultimately, that's my goal with every single piece of content that we put out. We want to make sure that it's valuable to you, that you get something out of it. And that goes to every single piece of content. So our meetups, we always have speakers, and we're always going to educate you so that you can level up your game to a whole other level, from Google marketing to social media, to the claims business, to the intricacies and the law changes. We're always going to try to educate you so that we can provide value to you at these meetups and with everything else that we do. Today I'm excited. We're going to change it up a little bit. Today we're not talking claims. Today we're talking about business. Talking about business growth and how you could really organize and structure your business in a way that you're constantly moving forward and you're hitting all of your goals and you're ultimately creating the business of your dreams. Now, I didn't come up with this system myself. I wish I could say I did, but I did not. And this, by I'm going to tell you right now, is not a sponsored show. I received nothing. We received nothing from this. It's just a system that I truly believe in and that all of us in our organization we go by. It's the EOS system. The EOS system stands for Entrepreneurial Operating System. It was created by Gino Wickman. Incredible. For those of you who haven't known about this book or haven't read it, the book is called Traction. Traction basically breaks down the entire EOS system and how it's supposed to be, how it's supposed to be run, and all of the things that you need. Now, it's a ton of things that you need to have. For example, you need to be able to figure out your 90-day goals to lead you into your yearly goal, to lead you into your 3-year goals, to lead you into your 10-year goals. You need to have your organizational structure, also known as the accountability chart. You need to make sure that you have all your vision statement, your mission statement, your core values, all kinds of stuff. And it breaks down how you are to put all of these things together. What I'm going to go over today is our weekly level 10 meeting. And in the EOS system, he calls it a level 10 meeting. And it's basically a very structured meeting that you have to have every single week. You go over all of your goals, and it really keeps you on track in the direction that you want to go in your business so that you continue to stay focused on your goals. I am hugely to blame for constantly always going in all kinds of directions. The beauty about this EOS system that it keeps you on track, that you could still go off a little bit into doing other things, but the weekly meeting puts you right back to, okay, go ahead, you could try that stuff, but make sure that you're still hitting your weekly goals so that we're hitting our 90-day goals, because ultimately that's what's most important. What is most important is that you're hitting your 90-day goals every 90 days. And what happens is every 90 days, there is a day-long meeting where you're going over the entire health of the company, of the organizational chart, accountability chart, of your mission, of your vision, of all of your 10-year goals, 3-year goals, 1-year goals. But also you are going over the previous 90 days. Did you hit all of your 90-day goals? And you're going to now be going over your next 90-day goals. You're going to be reviewing those previous 90-day goals. How did they go? Did you get them all done? How was the process? So on and so forth. Now, okay, we've hit all that, hopefully. What are going to be our goals for the next 90 days? Very important. They call them the rocks, okay? That's what they're called. I forgot why they're called rocks. And I'm sorry, Gino, forgetting it, but those are called your rocks. The 90-day goals in the book is called rocks, and there's a definition for them, and I'm sorry, I should have that for you, but I don't. But they're called rocks. Today, we're going to call them 90-day goals. So what I'm going to go over is our weekly level 10 meeting. We have this meeting every Monday at 10 a.m., no matter what. Hail, sleet, snow, or shine, or rain, we're going to have that meeting. If somebody can't attend, that's okay. And we have 4 of them, I believe. We have our leadership meeting, our marketing meeting, our administrative meeting, and our adjusters meeting for elite resolutions. And we have them at the same time. Our leadership meeting is every Monday at 10. The other ones are at different times during the week, but they're always the same time, on the same day, every single week, no matter what. It just really keeps you accountable to making sure that you're hitting your weekly to-dos to ultimately get to your 90-day goals. No matter what, the meeting has to be done. So I'm going to go over basically sort of what we go. And by the way, every meeting is the same. It's just different stuff that you're going over. So the adjusters have different goals, different 90-day goals, different weekly to-dos, different issues to discuss as opposed to the leadership team. They have different, but it's basically the same. What we use to sort of organize our meeting, we use our CRM Trello. We love Trello. We use it for all of our claims and basically to run our entire organization. And we have sort of one card of the week's meeting separated into little individual cards as we hit everything. But every meeting is the same. We go through it. It's a really beautiful thing. It really organizes and structures your organization in a way that keeps you moving in the right direction. Is really all I can tell you. It's a beautiful thing. So I'm going to take you through one of our weekly level 10 meetings. The first thing we do is we go through our good news, purpose and overview, and our core values. We start with just some good news. So usually our lead meeting, is on a Monday morning. So we talk about how was your weekend? How was everything? What did you do this weekend? Did you just rest? Did you just chill out? Did you have a birthday party? Whatever it is, we go through some good news, maybe some good news about the previous week, maybe some things we're excited about the next week, but it's really just very casual. Let's talk about some good news and let's get ready for this meeting. And then we go through our mission statement. Our mission statement is a relentless drive to succeed for one another, to support our families by working with passion day in and day out to service the people who need it most. We go over it all the time. We go over it every single week too. And then we go over our company core values. Our core values at Elite Resolutions, Commercial Claims Advocate. It is 2 separate companies, but we sort of run it as one. Our core values are family first. That means putting your own personal family first because I always truly feel that I always put family before work, no matter what. But I feel that the better off I am family at home, the better it's going to be easier for me to work. And also, the harder I work, the better it's going to be for my family. Ultimately, the more successful we are. Loyalty, very important to me, to have a strong support and allegiance to our purpose. Dependability, we have to be dependable for one another. We just have to answer your phone all the time. Make sure you're accountable to that other person. Execution is one of my favorites. We are a very high executive team, something I'm very proud of. It's a very important core value that I want in people that we hire is that they are high execution and they're getting things done. And then, of course, customer compassion. We have public adjusters who are customers, and we just have advocates who take our courses and take our consulting. And at our meetups, those are our customers. We have to make sure that we're putting them first. But most importantly, in Elite Resolutions, we have our clients who are policyholders who have just suffered a catastrophic loss, some kind of flood, hurricane hit, severe water damage in their home. Maybe they can't live in their home. We need to make sure that we've got boots on the ground and we are executing in a way to get their claim resolved as soon as possible, to put them back in their home, or at least to put their home back to the way it was before this loss occurred. So customer compassion is very important. We go over our core focus, which is our purpose is basically people. That's our core focus, is people. This is public adjusters, contractors taking our courses, and employees. Employees and also our policyholders. So people to empower, bring together, rise up, and help. And then what is our organization's niche? We go over that too. It's just education, advocacy, and building communities. So that's what we start with there. Then we go to the 90-day plan. So the 90-day plan is what we have already come up with at our 90-day meeting. So when we first started this, it was just, okay, let's go, 90 days. What's going to be our goals? And we came up with them. But then once you get to your end of the 90 days, again, I told you, you have your 90-day meeting, which is usually about one full day. You go over all of your previous 90-day stuff. Did you accomplish everything? Hopefully that you did. And then you will go through now, come up with your next 90-day goals. Those get put into here. And every week we go through our 90-day goals, our 90-day plan, also known as ROCKS, according to EOS. And are we keeping track of that? You'll be surprised. Every week you could check off one of them for the most part. Or you review them and it reminds you, oh crap, we have to get that done. Or you look at one of the 90-day goals and, okay, how are we doing there? All right, we're in the process, we're moving. To get to your 90-day goals, my favorite part is the weekly scorecard. You go over the weekly scorecard. The weekly scorecard for us, for our claims, for Elite Resolutions, we have a target of how many claims we want to sign, how many claims we want to close, settlement amounts, estimate amounts, total revenue. We have dollar amounts that we want to get to. We have claims number that we want to get to. And every week we update it depending on how many claims we sign that week and how many claims now we have total. Are we getting it? And we've got our total for quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 3. So we could compare all those quarters at the end of the year. Really cool. For Commercial Claims Advocate, we're keeping track of how many we want a goal for YouTube subscribers. How many new subscribers did we get this week? How many new email subscriptions did we get this week? How many new Instagram followers? How many courses did we sell? How many meetups did we have? We have all kinds of targets that we have for the 90 days, and every week we update the week's number and how did we do that week? Are we still moving forward? The weekly scorecard to me is one of my favorite things. It really helps keep your organization in check. It really helps keep your organization moving in the right direction. The rocks, the 90-day goals, they're fantastic, but without the weekly work, the day in, day out, and keeping track of that, you will not know if you're getting to that number or not. Because then you're just going to look at it maybe at the end of the 90 days, total everything up, and did I get there or not? This really keeps you on track, especially if you have 1, 2, or 3 bad weeks. Now you have to think, how are we going to change our direction, or how are we going to get these numbers up again? Really holds everyone accountable. It's phenomenal. It's definitely my favorite part of the meeting. Now, what's funny is I'm going to get to probably the most important part of the meeting. The good news, purpose and overview, and core values, the 90-day goals, the scorecard. Oh, then we get to the to-dos. So we have our previous week's to-dos. I'm going to get to the most important part next. Our previous week to-dos, we're just going to go over it real quick. Did we get everything that was on our to-dos for the last week? Most of the times we do a pretty good job of knocking everything out. Something that maybe wasn't accomplished, we may ask why. Was everything okay? How come we didn't get it done? Whatever reason is, we'll probably put it on for the next week's to-dos. But my point is that we go through those first 3 sections pretty fast. We go through our core values and everything. We just review the 90-day plan. We review our weekly scorecard, and we review the previous week's to-dos. That honestly lasts anywhere from 5 to maybe 10 minutes. Our meeting is an hour and a half, so now I'm going to get to the bulk of the meeting. It's called IDS, and it stands for Issues, Discuss, and Solve. That means we're going to bring up any of the organization's issues, any of people's issues that they have. We're going to bring it down to the limelight, and it's a beautiful thing to watch people be really honest about how they feel about me, how they feel about others, an issue they're having with the organization that they can't figure out. But what we're going to do is we're going to bring that issue out to the forefront. We're going to discuss it as a team. And most importantly, we're going to solve it right then and there. And it's really, really incredible what happens there. I mean, especially if some people are having some personal issues and they just can't figure stuff out, they're going to put it out there. And we're going to talk about it. And we're going to help each other. And we're going to figure it out. There's no healthier organization than when everything is open and honest and out in the limelight. If you're holding stuff in, if you got a problem with someone else, if you got a problem with the organization or with the way things are moving and you don't bring it out there, that's going to not only eat you alive, but ultimately, if you're not agreeing with something with the organization, it's going to hurt the organization and ultimately may cause you to go somewhere else and quit or something like that. So it's definitely where now we sit. We've always got about 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 different issues that we have to discuss. So it takes a while because the issue comes up and I'm telling you, we discuss it and we solve it and we stay focused to make sure we solve it. And then based on the issue and the discussion and the solution, that's when the new week's to-dos start to sort of flourish. Okay, so now, I don't know, we hire a new customer support person and we need to figure out how we're going to onboard him. We come up with that's the issue. We discuss it, how we're going to do it, and we solve it. Okay, we're going to give him these 3 policies and procedures to review so that he can implement them into the job. I don't know. So what's next week to do is either myself or someone has a meeting with this new customer support person, explain to them policies and procedures. Please take this, review this. That's the to-do for the week. It's just great. It's just like you just get things done. So from the issues discussed and solved, besides the fact it brings everything out to the forefront, it keeps an open and honest organization, communicating with each other all the time. It then now leads to your next week's to-dos, where now you start knocking out all the next week's to-dos and what needs to be done and so on and so forth. Fantastic portion of the meeting. Like I said, first 3 sections take you about 5 minutes or so. This section is going to be anywhere from 30 to 45 minutes alone. You can discuss all your issues. We had a meeting last week, and honestly, it was just a beautiful thing. Milan had an issue. He had a couple issues, and we discussed it, and we solved it. And he even told us after, he's like, I'm so happy that I was able to get that out. I feel so much better now. I feel so much more comfortable to just get it out. And it develops a very nice, open, and honest culture with each other. It starts to build that family atmosphere where you're just being open and honest with each other, and it's great. I can't stress it enough how great that section of the meeting is, and it is the bulk of the meeting. So once you got your issues, you've discussed them, you've solved them, you've got your new list of to-dos now, you go into a pretty small portion of the meeting called customer employee headlines, where we just go over any good news, any bad news, good reviews, bad reviews that we've had, what they're talking about the organization. Obviously, we're on social media, YouTube and everything. Any good comments, bad comments, we want to talk about it. Hopefully, they're mostly good comments, so it just makes us feel a little bit better. And then after that's done, we conclude the meeting. In the conclusion of the meeting, it's pretty cool. We're going to recap the new to-dos. So now we're going to go back to the to-dos of all that we have, and we're going to recap them just to remind yourself, okay, here's all the stuff that we need to do. I've got my own to-dos, and everybody in the organization has their own to-dos as well. And they will go over all those. We'll just review them real quick just to remind us, okay, here's the stuff that needs to get done. Let's get these to-dos done, and let's keep moving forward. Then we have any closing thoughts? Do you have any closing thoughts at all about our meeting and how it went, so on and so forth? That's another small little discussion. We'll talk about it. All is good. And then we rate the meeting. Pretty cool part is it's called a level 10 meeting for a reason, and your goal is to have a perfect 10 every time. Does it happen every time? Absolutely not. But if you can keep it between the 8 and 10 range, that's a very successful, healthy organization. Did you get all your issues out there? Did you solve all the issues? Did you accomplish all of your to-dos? Do you have a strong list of new to-dos? That's a perfect 10 meeting. If you did all of those things and then you have a 10, every once in a while we have a perfect 10 meeting. Did you finish the meeting on time? Did you start the meeting on time? Did everyone attend? If any of these things aren't there, that's a 9, that's an 8, that's a 7. So yeah, we've had every once in a while, you have your 6, your 7s, but we have some nice 10 meetings as well. But again, it's just another good way to hold yourself accountable to make sure you're doing what needs to be done to keep this organization moving forward. So after you rate the meeting, one thing I added is before we close this thing out, let's express one item of gratitude in your life for each other, for the organization, whatever it is. Just give me one thing of gratitude. Someone will say, I'm really grateful for my cat. I'm really grateful for the food that I have on this table. I'm really grateful that I have this opportunity to work in this organization. Whatever that is, it could just be one little small piece of gratitude. It really closes the meeting on a high note. That's not in the EOS system. That's actually something I added myself. I just feel that sometimes as entrepreneurs and just as people in general, I think we kind of forget sometimes about being grateful, taking a step back and be like, holy crap, I'm really lucky. And, being grateful for what you have, some of the little things. So we close the meeting with an expression of gratitude that we have in our lives or towards each other. And we are done and we are finished. Guys, it's an amazing way to run your business. The EOS system is fantastic. Like I said, we are not receiving any money from EOS giving this video. It's just something that I truly believe in. The book Traction, we actually require everybody to read the book when they come on board. They have 90 days to read the book, basically. 90-day goal, rocks. And it gives them an understanding of all the stuff we've got. I mean, there's a lot more that goes on to this EOS system, like the accountability chart, the core values, the V/TO, the vision, right? There's just a lot of stuff that goes into it, but what is always consistent is the 90-day rocks and the weekly level 10 meeting, and that's what I wanted to go through with you. Whether you have a firm, a company, an organization or not, you could use these weekly level 10 meetings. If you have one assistant, or even if it's just yourself, hold yourself accountable every week to go over everything, okay? And start coming up with your vision now. Start coming up with your core values now. That's a good start right there in itself, but you should also have 90-day targets, okay? You should have 3-month targets, whether you have an employee or not, whether you have an organization or not. We're pretty much, as adjusters, we're kind of self-employed anyway. And if you're a contractor or an attorney, you're self-employed. So, you should have your own goals. And I'm not talking personal goals. That's another thing. But you could, if you're by yourself, you could have that too. But you should be staying on track with those 90-day goals all the time and hold yourself accountable every week to see, am I staying track with my 90-day goals? And if you're an adjuster, you should have a target of how many claims you sign, how many contractors you meet, how many doors you knock, how many claims you close, how much money you make. Put that number, what you think is your normal weekly, multiply that by 4, 8, 12, that's your 90-day goal. And keep track of it every single week. And then the next 90 days, did you hit it? And the next 90 days, make that goal a little bit further. Just make it a little bit harder, okay? That's how you continue to move forward. That's how you continue to grow, guys. It's a really amazing process that Gino Wickman put together. I'm very happy to have implemented it into our organization, and it really is easily implementable into any organization or even any individual entrepreneur who's a one-man shop. So that's it. I truly believe in it. Guys, subscribe to this channel. We're going to start getting a little bit crazier. Not crazier. We're going to really start going outside the box. I want to start teaching you guys about mindset, about business growth, about marketing, about social media, about all kinds of stuff, not even related to claims, just to help you as an entrepreneur, as someone who's trying to just better yourself. I'm trying to make sure that we're going to provide you with all the value you need, all the value that you need to level up your game, level up yourself, because ultimately, we are all advocates, whether you're an adjuster, contractor, or an attorney. And if we're leveling up you, we're leveling up the industry. Because let's face it, we got to go out there every day, day in, day out, to make sure that we beat the insurance company, because they're trying to beat up on us. If we level up our game, we get our processes tight, and we become just really driven and focused, I'm telling you, it's just going to be better for our clients, better for the policyholder, to make sure they're getting the money they need to put their lives back together again. So that's all we got, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much. Go on www.commercialclaimsadvocate.com, and I want you to sign up for our newsletter. It's not a crazy newsletter. We're going to send you a bunch of emails, okay? But get on there and sign up for it. You're going to get a free checklist of stuff. We even have a free ebook that you should be getting pretty soon when you sign up for the newsletter with valuable information. And our newsletter is we're not going to spam you guys. Okay, we're going to send you a monthly newsletter where it's going to be full of just great information, my book of the month, my top 5 things you need to do in your business, a claim study of a story of a different claim, just really cool stuff. Guys, go get on the newsletter. We want you to put the email together so that we can provide you with the even more value that we've got to provide you. So go on that. You can check out the online course that we're going to have to download very soon. You can check out the meetups that we have throughout the country. And, of course, social media. Subscribe here for YouTube. And check us out on Instagram, Facebook, and LinkedIn. That's all I got. Thank you guys for watching. We're going to do a little bit more of these. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys learned something. And I hope you guys give this a shot. And the link below for Traction, right there, Amazon. That's our affiliate link. Click there, buy it through there, and it helps our organization grow as well. So thank you guys for watching. We'll see you later. Have a wonderful week. Talk to you later. Thank you guys. Bye.